everybody, it's Paul and Christina Marlette, creators of Dancing Jocks.
Welcome to Salsa Level One. We are so excited to support you with these videos, to just give you the resources you need to really master these steps so you can take it to anyone. So we're just going to show you quickly all the things that we did in Level 1 so you can just kind of tweak your memory, and for those of you joining us for the first time, this is what you can expect to learn in the next series of videos. It's a little quick. We had 2 gentlemen's turns. And the one you all love. Level 1. Footwork. The very first element of our framework. It is where every dance starts, and it is where the success of that lesson is going to begin. So in salsa, we start with a very simple step. Now remember, in the framework, in the footwork, your mindset is going to be
Relax.
relax. Remember, drop the penny. Okay, so remember that North Americans, we have this terrible habit of squeezing our butt cheeks together so tight that when we walk around, we're almost a little bit robotic. So I want you to imagine that you're holding a penny between those butt cheeks. Yes, I did say butt cheeks. We're going to drop the penny and just relax. Okay, salsa, Latin American, we're going to get a little more grounded. So first 2 steps. Everyone is going to start forward on your left foot. That's men and women. So here we go. Let's take a little step forward on 1. 1, beautiful. Your weight should be kind of on your left foot, but still kind of in between. 2, we're going to come back on your right foot. And 3, put your feet together. Let's try that again. Left foot leading. And 1, 2, 3. Again. 6, 7, 8. Go. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Halfway there.
And I'm just going to turn around so that if you want to follow the exact feet, I'll be this way.
Beautiful. We'll do that one more time then. 6, 7, 8. Go. 1, 2, 3. Fabulous. Now, the next half, remember, in salsa, we cut out number 4. We cut out number 8. So we've just got 1, 2, 3. We're going to wait on 4. We're stepping backwards with our right foot on 5. Go step back. 5. Good. Feet back on 6. Put your feet together on 7. Let's put it together. I know you can handle it. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again. Left forward, right back. 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3. And stop. Fabulous. Now, remember, 2 of the big key things. In salsa, we're going to have bended knees. Right? So knees are bent. The next thing is that we are going to take tiny steps. Okay? We're never pushing our partner back. Our shoulders, when we do this, are almost going to stay in the same spot. So when we take our step, our feet will move, but our shoulders are staying relatively still. So, 1, 2, 3. Small steps back. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Fantastic. Give yourself a pat on the back. Very well done. The next part of the footwork is the rhythm. And yes, we teach rhythm a little bit differently than the basic footwork. They're similar, they're linked, but we do give it a little extra time. So the next thing is the rhythm. Now we're going to clap it. I'll clap it, you clap it. For this purpose, Christina will be the you. All right?
I will be you.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Now us.
Say it now. Go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
And 1,
2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
dance now. Go. 1, 2, 3, back.
5, 6, 7.
And 1, 2, 3,
with us, we'll just put on the song and we'll play it for a little while, and you can just practice. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
5, 6, 7, go. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Practice.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
And right away, practice smiling. Remember, how you doing?
Just keep on thinking. Relax. Relax. Make it to your mate.
Fabulous. So remember, when you are teaching this, you want to let that go on for maybe even like a minute, 2 minutes. You can add in things like wave your hands in the air, anything you want just to keep your kids engaged.
And we often generally do that in a big circle.
And just as remember, all of our salsa instruction is primarily in a circle. The next bit is when we pair up. We'll have another bonus video for you that deals with how to organize your dance class so no kid is sitting out, and the best ways to kind of maximize your time. And so there's never any downtime for the students. What we're going to do now is we're going to assume you have everyone in pairs. And generally we have the men facing the center of the what's it called?
Circle.
Circle, thank you. That tough word called circle. So when they're facing the center of the circle, that way they can see you. And always remember to keep in mind that it's the men who need to lead. So set them up so they are in control. And we also do want the ladies to face away so they have to now trust their partner.
And you want to give your boys a lot of encouragement, because this is the time that they do have to make the decisions. They do need to know what they're doing, because as we know as adults, every girl wants a guy who can dance. I keep meeting women and they say, oh, my husband doesn't dance. I wish he danced. So a boy who can dance, and I tell this to boys when I'm teaching them, a boy who can dance can have his pick of the ladies. So this is a very valuable life skill.
So let's move through. So this is the last part of the footwork, is where we're going to get more repetition. So here, we've already danced it with the teacher, we've danced it with music, now we play. Partnered up, no lock up yet. We're going to face each other, and I use my own things, do what you want, but for me, I always have the guys say, look at your lady, say, how you doing? And then ladies, you say it back, so it looks like this, how you doing?
No, how you doing?
No, how you doing?
No, how you doing?
Okay, remember, if they're laughing, they're having fun, you're going to be an amazing success. So, we're going to practice the basic. From now on, gentlemen go forward with the left on one, ladies go
back with the right.
and remember, ladies are a little bit quicker to pick that up, so we give them the benefit of the doubt. So, no contact, and let's just dance it. Ready? And we go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. Small steps, 6, 7.
Drop that penny.
2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. Now here, we'd have them switch. So we'd go through several different switches. Do it with music. Okay? Put some music on, let them dance for 15 seconds, say switch. Gentlemen, when you meet a new partner, how you doing? Whatever you want to do to kind of keep that environment light and fresh. Anything else for footwork?
I think that's it.
Beautiful. Quarter of the way done. Alright, so we've just finished the footwork section. Remember, that could take up to even 15-20 minutes depending on how quickly your students are picking up. The next section is called the frame. Remember, this is something that will be different in many dances, but similar in genres, like the Latin style and the ballroom style.
Okay, so the first part of the frame is the mindset, and the mindset is lively. And this is something you really have to work at with junior high and high school students. I don't know what happens, but they get into dance class and all of their confidence disappears and they look the opposite of lively. So for this one, remind them, lively frame, and get that mindset going.
Which is also a really good thing when you're teaching it as well, because as we know, when you're teaching basketball, if you're excited about it, you know, the kids buy into that. And dance is one of those things where lively is a huge selling feature.
Okay, so the first part is the look of the dance. And the look for Latin, whether it's merengue, salsa, bachata, samba, etc., is, well, it's relaxed. It's not prim and proper, like something like the waltz. It's nice and relaxed.
It's a street dance. Salsa is a street dance.
So we have bent knees. We're facing each other generally.
Yeah. And the mood of it is something we like to call playful, flirtatious. Okay, so as blue steel is totally okay. All right, ladies, you can be a little like slinky. All right, so playful flirtation, and it's really important to encourage that, because if you're not that, if you're really stiff, this dance doesn't flow. Awesome. The other thing is that your arms are actually going to move in figure eights. So gentlemen, when you're leading, it happens naturally, but it's important just to let people to know that if your arms are going in a figure eight, don't worry. It's actually what should be happening. Okay? So the next section of the frame is the lockup. And this is, in any dance, if the lockup's not right, the dance doesn't look right, it doesn't flow. So I use something that we were taught when we first started. It's not the one that you use when you get better at salsa. But we tested this in so many classes with this kind of dance, and this works for junior high and senior high kids. It also works for adults when they're first learning. So I call it the W. So the gentlemen or the leaders are going to make W's. W's out of their hands. Okay? And this is just made to make it really simple for the boys. And when you face your partner, they're going to be up, just like below shoulder height. And the ladies, it feels so ridiculous.
High-tech features here.
The zoom. Because it's almost like they're holding onto their thumb, but at no time are we ever really grasping the thumbs. Okay? If you look carefully here, I'm going to put my thumb across her palm, and on the back, I'm going to use my middle finger. So her hands are just kind of draped over. My hands are almost like pinching them in between my thumb and my middle finger. Now in one of our workshops we did look at closed Latin frames. So we'll show it to you. We've actually taken closed frame out of the level one, just due to complexity. But just as a reminder, a little more relaxed. Your ballroom frame is here. Okay, hands are up, shoulder height. Right hand, gentlemen's on the lady's shoulder blade. In Latin, it comes down, and the hands, the left hand for the gentleman, is more vertical. Okay, some Latin clubs, you'll see them actually press their forearms together. Okay, and it's just a very close proximity style. Okay, but that's just for those of you who got that in the level one. So we have the look, the lockup,
and now the lead and follow.
Beautiful.
This is the part where the boys have to take charge, and it's a very good skill for them to have. And ladies need to learn the art of surrender. Now most couples that I've met, we've taught a lot of couples getting married, the lady knows what she wants to do, and she whispers the moves to the men. That's not the ideal situation. So in Latin dance and social dance, we both get to work on our challenges. So men get to work on taking charge.
I don't have that problem.
And women get to work on the art of surrender. So just let him lead you. He will feel so much better about himself rather than you whispering to him, okay, spin me now, and now do a man's turn. And you'll just freak him out and he won't want to dance with you anymore. So the art of surrender for ladies.
Beautiful. And when I talk to the men, the boys, it's really important that I have little cues. Like I use like puff up. And I actually take a big breath, and it's amazing. You say, boys, puff up, they go. And you'll see them, they take on this new persona. Okay? So with the lockup and the lead, okay, nice and light, okay, there's no squeezing, it's not an arm wrestle.
However, it's not noodle arms either. There's tension and pressure in between both of us.
Okay, so the next thing with leading for the boys is that leads have to be very clear. You're going to be using your hands, your arms, and even your body to open up lanes for the lady to walk past.
And this is something that we have never seen taught. Proper leads taught for Phys Ed teachers. Usually we just flub our way through it, but this video you're going to get the actual leads, which is going to make the biggest difference in the success, especially for the boys.
For sure. Now, the one big thing we need to talk about, ladies, right off the bat, is what they do with their hand when the man is turning them. Okay? So, I want everyone, put your right hand up in the air, kind of like a robot, and your fingers should be just above your, I use hairline. Sorry to the gentlemen in our sessions who are bald and thought they should put their hand way back here. Okay? Just above your head. Okay? It's really important that that's really stiff, because this actually becomes our crank. This is how the lady goes around. Okay, so really important. Lock that in. You can even go like this. Everyone go, hands out. Ready, and right hand turn. Ready. That's not cool.
Yeah.
Ready, and go. It has to be strong.
Professionals here.
We've never done that before. That was the first time. Love it when that happens. Okay, so ladies are going up. The other big thing is that whenever we're turning, there is never any squeezing of the hands. Okay? So if we go to a high five like we will in our next session, the hands are going to pivot. So in level 1 we talk about a pivoting lead. All that means is that the hands are pivoting around each other.
Here, you turn this way a little bit.
Is that better?
Pivot.
Pivot. Pivot.
If you like Friends,
You'll get
make
that.
you smile.
If not, just pivot. And anyway, so that's the basics to that next section. Again, these two first sections, we do spend more time on it because it means that as soon as you show them the trick or the turn, they already have an understanding of what it's about.
And then you can take one style and transfer it to another style, cutting out many hours of repetition so it doesn't get boring for you or your students.
Shot! Zen!
Okay, now moving into the third section of our framework called Fundamentals. With this section, the goal is to be able to, once you know 1 or 2 moves from each of the 3 different sections, which are turns, traveling, and tricks, if you knew something from each of those sections, you'd be able to go into a club. It's enough to get through a whole dance. So those are the meat of the dance. Everything else is just extra fancy stuff.
Excuse me, the big thing in this section is that we are going to teach it once or twice. We're not going to give you any practice time though. Otherwise, you'd get to spend probably an hour with us. But the goal in this is video support, not video teaching. So after we show you something, please pause the video, put on some salsa, and just move and just practice the footwork, practice the what am I talking about?
The stuff.
Practice the stuff. Okay, just practice the stuff. Okay, because that's once you do it and you root it in, really learn how these leads work. Everything is good, and then when you get into that situation, you'll see kids. Oh, that kid's holding on too tight. I understand that.
Okay, so first we're going to move into turns. Oh, but before we do that, the mindset for this section is trust. And this is men, trust in yourself. You know what to do once you've practiced it. Just trust and go for it. The worst thing that can happen if you're leading a turn is that she doesn't turn. So what? Big deal. It doesn't matter. And that comes with our motto, fake it till you make it. And there are no mistakes, only new moves.
No mistakes, only new moves.
And then ladies, you have to trust your partner. So this is, along with the art of surrendering, just trust that he knows what he's doing, and overcorrecting him, not so good for his ego. So let's just, if he asks for it, great, but if not, let's just leave it.
Let's dance. Lock up. You have no idea how much sound effects make your dance class much easier. Excuse me. One big thing to remember as well is that maybe 1 or 2 turns, and then get them moving. Kids should not be with the same partner, as we've talked about in our introduction and welcome video. Should not be with the same partner for more than like 20, 30 seconds. So here we go. We're going to start with 2 basics. I believe this is one of the first times we've done lock-up with a partner. Okay? So let's just try it a couple of times. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Right there, I do a partner switch. Ladies, find a new partner. High five your partner, tell them they are an amazing salsa dancer. So on and so on. So the big thing, 1 basic, and then we'll stop. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, stop. Now, the prep for this is different than in your ballroom dances. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop our right hand, and we are going to put our left hand just down a little bit, and then we're going to pull it up. 2 big keys. Women, turn, on. 5, 6, 7. One more time. Women, turn, on. 5, 6, 7. Right? So the 1, 2, 3, when we're moving forward, gentlemen, you're prepping the turn. What you're doing is just saying, I'm going to turn you now. It's kind of like Wile E. Coyote. When Wile E. Coyote runs, he does this goofy thing and then runs forward. It doesn't help you, it doesn't make you go faster, but we know he's going to run. Right? So we'll just try that part. So 1 basic to start. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, stop. We're going to drop our right hand. Now when we step forward on our left, we're going to put our left hand down and up to a high 5. Like we're doing a high 5. Okay, don't actually do the high 5 though. So here it looks like this. We go 1, 2, 3. Notice the right angle of the elbow. Okay, she's ready to go. No, we've just done that. The lady is now going to be coming forward with her right. The gentleman is going... sorry, what was that?
Lady's going to come forward on the left with the turn.
There it is. Gender issues. It's going to come up when you teach both sides. Gentlemen are stepping back on the right, and I'm going to take my hand and go around her head. Okay, let's just give that a try. 5, 6, 7. Looks easy. First couple times you do it, not so much. Let's try it again. We'll switch sides in just a moment. We have 1, 2, 3, 5. Drop the hand, lead. 1, 2, 3. Okay, ladies forward at the left, gentlemen back. 5, 6, 7. Now a really neat trick. We're going to zoom in.
Advanced technology once again.
Okay, squat down. As we turn, I'm actually flicking.
Awkward.
Okay, that was a bad idea.
It's okay.
Just right. Gentlemen, what you're doing is you're actually flicking your fingers. So as I'm going around the lady's head, it's kind of like a rave. Watch out. There we go. So I'm going around, and then flicking my fingers back. You may not want to teach that the first time. Just make sure they're not holding on. Sorry, Christina.
That's okay.
You shouldn't mistreat your partner like that. One more time. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Lead it. Drop the right hand. Down. High 5. Gentlemen, step back. Around the lady's head. 5, flick, 7. Just like that. Other side.
And ladies, just so you know your footwork, we've gone back, 2, 3. Maybe better from this way. Back, 2, 3, and then you're stepping forward on the left. You're getting turned, so you don't have to do much of the work yourself. You step forward on the right, and then you do another half turn to bring your feet together. So again, that part goes 1, 2, 3, forward, turn, around.
Beautiful. I'll show you from this side, then we'll give you some time to practice. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Drop the right hand, left hand down and up. Lady turns 5, 6, 7. Isn't it amazing how we can just flip sides that quickly? The next thing we're going to look at is the gentleman's turn. And gentlemen, you don't get away with fancy footwork because your footwork is exactly the same as the ladies. So what we're going to do, we can all practice this together. We're going to step forward on the left. You're going to turn, so that's 1. We're going to turn and face the back. That's 2. Now, in one move, you're going to spin around, put your feet together, and face the front.
Ladies, does that look familiar?
Yay!
We just did that.
Here we go. So step forward, pivot, and round to the front. Okay? So you're doing a 360-degree turn in pretty much 2 steps. One more time. We got 1, turn, feet together. And really get those feet down together. That's your pause. Let's do it with the basic now. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, turn. Go 1, 2, 3. Okay,
And
now,
then ready to go back.
yeah.
5, 6, 7.
Thank you for that. Now, gentlemen, remember, we are not ladies.
Newsflash!
So the ladies turn on 5, 6, 7 because they are stepping forward with their left foot. We step forward with our left foot on 1. So we turn on 1. Gentlemen turn on 1. Ladies turn on
5.
Ladies turn on
5.
Men turn on 1. Okay. I'll show you the men's turn now. It's really cool. I'll show it to you first. 1, 2. There's 2 variations. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Back. That was variation number 1. That was for all the Lethbridge people out there. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Not Lethbridge, Red Deer. 6, 7. Okay. So here we go. Footwork is very simple. From your W lockout. 1 basic. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Stop. Gentlemen, drop your right hand. See, there's a trend already. Most leads, we're going to drop our right hand. We're going to step forward with our left foot. Ladies, back with your right. Now what I did there is I put my hand over top. So now I've kind of squeezed it between my fingers. As I turn, there's 2. See what I'm doing? Switch the hands. On 3, switch the hands again. Right? Let's try that with the basic. Slow. 6, 7, 8. We go 1, 2, 3, 5. Drop the right hand. We're going to do the turn. Go 1, 2, grab the hand. That's 3. Back. 5, 6, 7. Other side.
And ladies, our footwork just stays the same. We are just doing 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And because there's no preparation, we know that we don't get to turn. It's his turn.
Smile at him though. We like that. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Drop the right hand. Step forward. 1, 2, 3. And 5, 6, 7. If you've ever done the jive, very similar turn to the gentleman's turn in that. The difference is we're turning the opposite way. Right? So that's the first variation. Variation number 2. We found this one a little easier for level 1, so this is now our level 1 turn in the framework. Same move, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. But instead of doing the fancy switch behind, all we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand, put the fingers underneath.
Like a pizza.
Like a pizza pie. And now, lady's going to back up. 1, I'm going to go over my head. 2, 3, come right back. Then back on 5, 5, 6, 7.
So footwork for both of us stays exactly the same. The only thing that's changing is where our arms are going.
You see that? Palm facing up. All right, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, turn. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Other direction. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. The closer you can bring it to your head, the cooler. Wonderful. So that is the turning section. We're going to have you pause and practice.
Okay, now we're moving into the traveling section of our fundamentals. So the move that we're going to do with this is the cross-body lead.
Oh, excuse me. I'm choked up because I'm so excited to teach it. The cross-body lead is the quintessential salsa move. It enables you to change position. It also enables you to set up a lot of the level 2 and down the road level 3 moves as well. When you first see it, it blows your mind. But there's a few really simple kind of progressions we can do to get you there. So watch it first. We'll do it twice.
And remember our mindset. Trust.
Trust. Very nice. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do it one more direction. Just because my butt looks so good in these jeans. No, just so you can see what's actually happening. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah? Okay. So the basics of this is a basic step. So let's start with that. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now the prep for this is a little bit different. We're not just going to drop our right hand, but we are going to let go with our right hand. But what we're going to do is as we step forward, I'm going to push my right hand underneath my lady's arm. And ladies are just stepping back with their right foot.
And this is that closed position we talked about earlier. Yay!
It comes up eventually. Now, from here, the gentlemen are going to step back onto the right foot on 2. Now, the last one is this. I'm now turned 90 degrees. Okay, so we're like a little corner. Okay? And the reason being is that the lady is just going to walk in front of us. It's like we've just rolled out a red carpet for your lady. Because really, gentlemen, it's our job to treat the ladies like they are royalty. Okay? So we roll that red carpet and then get off because you do not belong on the red carpet when you're dancing with a lady. So as I pop down, the lady's prepped. Now the hardest thing from here is that I'm going to draw my lady down the red carpet. And she's just going to walk forward. I'm going to initiate it with a little step backwards. Okay? We'll give it a try. And 5, turn, and face. Okay, let's do that one more time.
So essentially we just switch spots. It might look like there's more of a turn, but really it's just 180.
Exactly. And I'm just going to do this. I do this with the gentleman too. So I'm going to lead it without the lady. So we start with our W. We have a basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. This time, right hand's going to slide down. And on 3, we're going to step 1, 2. On 3, I want you to turn 90 degrees. Let's try it. And 1, 2, open up. So your legs literally just open up. Okay? Now, a little step back with the right for 5, and just finish the turn. So another 90 degrees. So we go 5, 6, 7. We're ready to go. With your lady. That was a nice turn. All right, here we go with the basics. From W. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Prep, slide in. 1, open up.
Ladies walk with the left foot down the carpet.
Gentlemen back, right, left, face. Again. Go 1, 2, 3. See how we just slid out there? Isn't that slick? So over here, just slide out. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Lead it now. 1, 2, open up. 5, 6, 7. You're going to get frustrated. Your students are going to get frustrated. But that's the whole thing with dance, is that they have to work at it. Encourage them. You see someone do it right, get on that mic and say, awesome job over there, it looks fantastic.
And that's such a good skill for our kids to have anyways. We're in a culture where everything is, I want it now, and I want to be good at it now, and dance does not work that way. And once you work for something and you have that big aha and you finally get it, that's a moment of magic. And once you start to experience those moments of magic, it makes you more motivated to work at something in other areas of your life.
Pause. You may have to rewind to review if you want. Practice, 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 practice. Welcome back. Fooled you, didn't we? We're now on the other side. Sorry, we think that's really funny. You may not. Thank you for spending time with us. The last one, this is, again, this, when you first see this, a lot of people go, there's no way I'm teaching that. But this is one of the moves that almost everyone can do once they figure it out. And when you do like little mix-up dances, the kids will love it. Okay, so this is all about attitude. Remember, it's a street dance, right? How you doing? Like, you're checking each other out. So this is called, I don't know what it's called. We call it how you doing, right?
We're in the tricks section, so this is our trick for level 1 salsa.
There you go. It's tricky, isn't it? Everyone put your left hand up in the air like you're holding a pizza. This is going to feel extremely awkward, and the first couple times you do it, you're not going to feel cool at all. Okay? But you'll get it. So left hand up. Remember that we're opposite. Okay? Just want to keep that clear. Now I want you to pull your elbow across to your other shoulder as much as you can. Okay? Now put your left foot forward, and you're going to duck under your hand, almost like comb your hair with the back of your hand. Put it behind your neck, and then go. Yeah, baby. Okay. Now, we do it with the partner. Slow. Drop our right hand. Now again, we're going to put your fingers underneath the lady's fingers. Okay, so my thumb is underneath right now. I'm going to put my fingers underneath and put it up.
The pizza.
Pizza. Now, pizza palm facing up. Put your left elbow across. You should see your lady. Turn a bit. Through your hand. Alright? Now, once I'm through the hand, all I'm going to do is this. As I step forward, I go, how you doing? 2, 3, then back, 5, 6, 7. So again, gentlemen, this is going to be on 1. Count 1 is when you're going to duck under. Let's try one more time. We'll do it here. It's a good angle, I think. We have basic 1, 2, 3. Roll the fingers under. Duck under. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Again, 1, 2,
And ladies,
3.
just watch my hand this time. It goes around
1, 2, 3,
and then slides
5,
down.
6, 7. Wonderful. Let's do it from the other side. And where people get stuck is that they try and like go underneath the wrong way. Elbow to the opposite shoulder. That's where it's going to hit it.
And then you get to feel his rippling muscles.
Say that. It makes the guys feel really good. And it makes them all, most of them giggle. The other No, the last thing to keep in mind when you're showing this is that you always want to maintain eye contact. I've never seen this happen, but I have heard of it, where guys would come in and they're like, "How you doing?" and hits their nose. So eye contact is key. You should have eye contact for as much of the dance as you possibly can anyway. So we'll do that from a basic. We were on the other side there, weren't we? No, this is the right side. Here we go. And basic, 1, basic, roll the fingers, duck under. How you doing? Now, if you're really advanced, you can do it on the other side too. Notice the count. We go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. No more than 2, otherwise the lady just gets bored, and now it's no fun.
Last section of our framework is called flashy. So this one is when you start to combine things. So we have combinations of moves. We increase the complexity. You get to work on your creativity. And the mindset for this section is courage.
Yes, it's courage.
Yes, courage. I have the courage to say it, but it's courage. It takes courage to mix things up a little bit and not go by the set, okay, we learned that first and then we did that one, so that is what I'm doing.
When we first started teaching adults ballroom dance, this was one of the areas where men really struggled and really needed a lot of encouragement to just try it. Because remember, there is no wrong moves. There's only new moves. So just really give these a shot. There's usually, well, depending on how good your class is in terms of picking stuff up, you'll have maybe 40, 50, sometimes 20% of your class who can handle these kind of moves. And the boys who don't, no problem. If they can turn, do one of their turns and have one other move, they're fine. But those kids who are ready for more of a challenge, push them. So the very first one we're going to do is a combination, and it's the only combination we would do in level 1. It is a lady's turn and the gentleman's turn married. Okay? Now, when did the ladies turn? Don't answer. When did the ladies turn? Yes, 5. Awesome. And the men turn on 1. So if you think about that, who do you think is actually going to do the turn first? The man, of course. So we'll break this down and then we'll give you some time to practice. Here we go. Basic. And 1, 2, 3. This is just another awesome opportunity for you to review your leads as well. So if you can do a combination, you know your leads, which is good. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Gentleman's turn. Holding the hands. We drop the right. Step forward. 1, 2, 3. Ha-ha! High 5 lead. I'm ready to go. Ladies are stepping forward. Gentlemen stepping back. 5, 6, 7. Isn't that cool? I love that. Let's try it again. This time a little quicker. And 1, 2, 3. Gentleman's turn. Go. 1, 2, 3. Lady. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5. We're going to do a crossbody lead just so we can go to the other side. Here we go. We're going to do gentleman's turn, lady's turn. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. I just totally did the wrong gentleman's turn, but now you've seen it. Both work. This time holding onto the hand. 5, 6, 7, and gentleman's turn, ladies. 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, shazam.
And ladies, how do I know that we're going to do another turn? Well, there's a big clue. He didn't grab from my hand. It stayed down. So I know, okay, something's coming. And because we were palm to palm and he started pushing, well, I just happened to turn.
It really flows nicely once we get that moving through. Now we're going to talk about some complexity. In level 1, this is about all the complexity we're going to get into. The reason being is that salsa, as you know, is a challenging dance to learn. That's why we want to provide the video support for this dance, as well as the other ones we're going to put up later. Where's that going? Complexity. So, first lesson, what we would do, especially with a big group, is start to limit the area. Make it harder for them to get away having to turn a lot tighter. So start with a fairly large area, start moving them together into a smaller and smaller blocks. And what starts to happen is that it starts to feel like a club, and it's exciting. Our trick is that with the music, when we want them to switch partners. You can either pause it, or yell switch, or yell dale, which in another Latin dance means like, give me another girl. So it looks like this. You do it just a turn. So music's playing, imagine all kinds of kids around us. You said pause the music or say switch. Every gentleman goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Ladies keep their hands up, they keep turning. Gentlemen are like walking around, ah, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? Okay. So then they try as many moves as they can remember. Switch, boom. Turn your lady. Ladies have their hands up, looking for a partner. Super fun.
And in creativity, you want to encourage your students, if you know a move from another dance, throw it in here, like the octopus from the jive totally works. Another thing you can do to increase both the complexity and play with creativity is reduce the number of basics you have in between moves. So we would say maximum 2 basics in between each move, otherwise the lady is getting bored. Tip for the gentleman, spin your lady. If she's spinning, she can't be checking out other guys, so she's happy when she's spinning. So you want to do maybe 2 basics in between a spin and another move, no more than 2, 1 ideally, or if you have some guys who are really courageous, no basics, just keep doing move after move.
Challenge your kids, have fun with it. We're going to show you with some music what this looks like when you all put it all together one more time. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to supporting you in your social dance endeavors.
We're Paul and Christina Marlette, creators of
Dancing Jocks, making dance
as easy as dodgeball.
See you on the other side, guys. Before we show you what this looks like with music, we just want to direct your attention just below this video. You'll see that you can download a copy of the Level 1 framework, which has all the moves that we've gone over in this video. We hope this video has served you. We are working on getting everyone a copy of the playlist, the music that we use. Please remember that if you can buy that music and support the artists, we would appreciate that, and I know the artists would appreciate that.
Okay, so we're just going to show you all of the moves that we just went through. You can do it with us, or you can watch.
Let's do something slow. We'll do this one really slow for you. See if you can recognize the moves, and see if you can remember the leads as well. How you doing?
How you doing?
Drop it. Level 2, baby. Again, we hope this video has served you. We look forward to seeing you in level 2 if you have access to that.
Thank you so much for dancing with us. And please share this with someone you care about, whether it's your students or your significant other. And we just really look forward to supporting you through the rest of the salsa and then in other dance styles as well.